Okay, she's a bit windy. I've got a few of these here. I painted these previously, and stupidly enough, just sitting there laying on all the blooming plastic and other rubbish around the other side, some of it friggin' rubbed off. Couldn't quite believe it. That's a bit strange. Got a few little spots there too. So anyway, I cut these to length, and yeah, just painted the ends being the main thing there. These are treated pine. That one there isn't at all. And I'll show you in a second how bad that's actually got. It's stunning that it's still holding the bloody things. I've also bought brackets as well, which just getting an extra 3 of those, end up stringing it out an extra week longer. But I'm sort of basically going to make this frame the same as I've made that one there. Yeah, these go along the bottoms, and you've got your 3 there, bang, middle, and bang. So yeah, so the ones with the fridge here, this sort of needs doing, but no big rush. I reckon it'll last another winter. She's getting a bit crap, like it's obviously, but still hard enough, at least for most of them. Like, it looks a little bit cracked, but it ain't full spongy, but it's not too good on. Well, some of these are beautiful. Like, look at that. It's a bit of dust staining, that's it. But when you get them out in the water, you know, they're just freaking rubbish. And this is bullshit, this one. This one's not good at all. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that in due course. And it might be sooner rather than later. Not that I actually need to, but having said that, I'll have to go get more timber. So either I've got to stick the roof rack on the van, or I've got to go and get me father's trailer, and it might just be easy to stick the roof rack on the van. They weren't that damn long that I think they'd even be hanging over the end of the van, to be honest. I think they're about 5 metres or something, the ones I got. I did think they were 6, but anyway. Getting to this one here. This box probably needs redoing. It's just starting to split around the sides, and that there's blue glue, and I've put some on previously. That's only touching the frame, but that sort of needs a bit of a redo, probably sooner rather than later, but it's only going to be mucking up the little wooden frame under here. These ones here, you know, for all the shit you buy, sometimes they never really tell you anything, and I didn't even know you could get the damn brackets. So I've ended up drilling sideways into these and putting screws in, and then put silicone over the top, and I've wound these back out. I actually wound them out with a blooming normal screwdriver. Yeah, but they're not exactly cheap brackets. I think they're about $7 a piece. The freaking things, they come with a little like nut and bolt. Oh yeah, by the way, new posts went in really nice, didn't they? Quite nicely. I ended up keeping this one because it was actually so well protected by the sheet metal it didn't even matter. So yeah, these foundations ain't the strongest. They're better than just a heap of shit swinging in the wind though. I put one there. You'll notice that isn't exactly straight. I was trying to keep it off the wall to a degree, but yeah, long story short, I would have had to recut and notch this stuff, but I sort of wanted it close enough that I got one screw going through it into the thing there, but then it's on a bit of an angle, so friggin' what. But the rest of these worked out alright. I actually re-lifted up all this old chicken wire and shit and re-stapled it in, but these come out quite alright. Not the closest in all of it, but the screws are going in anyway. But that'll do it till it's dead. So that one got the proper, these are second-hand brackets. 4 inches, somehow that's like friggin' 1/4 inch less than 4 inches. Bloody brackets. I couldn't understand it. I don't know why they would build brackets less than the standard 4 inches, but for whatever reason they did, and that was the second-hand ones my father had that I got off of him, but these are you know, this is going to add a bit of life. Let's face it, how much fucking life does this house have anyway, honestly? Someone went and ripped the bottom 2 floorboards, bottom 2 weatherboards. No, this isn't showing very well. The whole place is missing the bottom 2 weatherboards. I've sort of left these 2 off. I think it really helps with the ventilation coming underneath the house. And it doesn't matter because it's, you know, protected by the rain, but like, you know, people go on about bringing the house to its former glory. when the frickin' light levels pick up. What do you think those dots are? Look at it, what do you think they are? Fucking borers. There's so much of it with these borers got in the corner. See, even in these internal palings there. There was, I don't know if it was my uncle that took them all off. And by the way, this piece here, I don't know if that's a cross bracing or, it's probably just, no, it would have been the other one that split off. Yeah, it is too. Look at this bullshit. Random rocks, alright, and a bit of a stump of wood, and that's probably the only bloody wooden stump in the whole place. The rest of it is literally just sitting on rocks. Now that's all right, because the sister's little place, it's much the same. Well, it's a bit bigger than mine, but her place in over the border in New South Wales, similar era, is a bit bigger, but that's in sand, so it's fine to have just rocks like that. But this, it's clay. It's all black clay, so volcanic soil, as are the rocks, which I believe are basalt. Yes. So look at all the old caked on shit. I couldn't get that shit off. I didn't worry about it. I gave it all rub with a wire brush and painted over it, but everything's just fucking crap, honestly. You know, it's just, you fix it up, yeah, well, it's like getting a car that's just so full of fucking rust, you wouldn't bother. You just get another car. By the time you got, 5 cracks in the chassis and rust holes you can put your fucking hand through, like you don't bother, and that's the sort of level this place is at. But hey, like I always say, what do you expect when you get it for free? You can't expect much when you get it for free. That's the actual saying that I have. But look at all this is just scraps. This is all sort of, a lot of this is probably done in, well, not even in the Depression. It was just the way things were back in the day. There's sheds I've seen that are completely made out of 5-gallon kerosene, out of 55-gallon drums, and a lot of them that are even a lot of stuff that I've found around here, all made out of old friggin' 5-gallon kerosene tins that have had the tops cut off with a hacksaw and then just flattened out, and a whole heap of freaking little bits of shitty stuff that isn't even real. It's more or less planks, and then they just drown it in fucking nails. I don't know what's going on with this joint. They weren't short of nails, that's for sure. Might have been short of proper sheet metal and everything, but the nails, I mean, just look at them all banging it. That's nothing. You should have seen some of the posts. My God, the nails. A lot of this stuff, you can't even use it for kindling to start the fire because there's just so many nails. I've seen little bits of wood that are like from here down to there, and there's been like bloody 45 nails. It's like, my God, you had no shortage of nails. Had a shortage of sheet metal, but no shortage of nails. I don't know where all the nails are coming from, but I've never seen nails like it in any building, to be honest. And some of these things are just chicken pens and stuff they'd made. A lot of good sheets of glass here. That's about bloody, 4.5 foot tall, that. A lot of glass. And even this is the strangest stuff of all. I've got a feeling it might have come from somebody who worked at some sort of a chemical joint. But that's all actual glass pipes with fittings, lipped on the end. One day, maybe one day, I might make up a solar hot water system based on this, because you get a trough one and they've got a reflective thing that's a curve like that, and then you have, this sort of crap, and it's like reflective shit like that, and then right at the focal point you got one of these. And I've actually seen some on YouTube, and like the water is like simmering inside the fucking pipe. You got to be careful of blooming steam build up, to be quite honest. That's how good they are, so that you don't end up blowing the ends out with freaking steam pressure. So how you get out of that is you have like a vertical venting pipe that, preferably they use steel, but I mean you need steel for at least the first meter technically, and then you could just go onto like conduit, like that electrical conduit, and you have it up in the air as high as your overhead water tank is, and that'll let it vent out without losing all the water out of it, because it's at the same height as your overhead tank, so it's not just going to keep flowing out sort of thing. But yeah, onto this anyway. Here's the quality here. It's friggin', that is fungi. Like I said, it's lucky the bastard hasn't just collapsed in on us. There's another one there. I knew it was bad, but oh gee, it's bad. There's a bit more fungi on the front there. Some of this front's not much better either, I think. Yeah, that's hollow as hell. It shakes a bit because it's only on fence posts. But anyway, I know you're all thrilled to see this sort of stuff. I might as well show you. Oh man, it's dusty. That's the big 10-way thingo that I dropped the battery on, and now it's only just does wet type batteries. It's a deep cycle. That's hardcore. I don't know if that's Chinese or what it is. I think it might be. There's some very bad connections here that really should have been done a little bit better. But they're all soldered on. As some of these. They're not great connections, you know, but the trouble is it's a stupid tip on the bloody soldering iron isn't exactly in a condition good enough to do anything. And quite frankly, you know, it frickin' works, and if it all turns to shit, I'll strip them back and have another go. I found a mouse living in here once. Yeah, there's the other one, a bit better condition. Yeah, I'll get around here. You notice the strange plugs here. I've got a quad adapter sitting under there, and I stuck that in case I ever wanted to use power out here. That broke off there. That thing you can see with the pot plants on, that was only they were screwed to two logs sitting over the top of it on an angle. The bastard lifted up and it flew from there, which is a good fuck knows how many, bloody 17, 18 yards away, and it hit this and it smashed this off. And I had a different tub over there and smashed the tub, and it actually cracked that off. I could not believe that it flew like 17 yards. I told you we'd get some winds around here. So that's a bit hard to see. But anyway, that's this electronics inverter. All these things are a little bit dusty and that, but and it looks like a mouse. You might have. Is it even a mouse? The poop's so small. Anyway, that's in a lot better condition in terms of dust than this thing. But in summer it gets so damn hot that I didn't want to bake anything to death. And I was actually thinking of putting a fan on the side of this box and having it stuck on with like eyelets, so I can just disconnect straight off of the, well actually alligator clips. So I can put an alligator clip on the side of the eyelets here, and then off we go. There's got Vaseline. That's what that leaking mark is. Just the Vaseline always bloody melts in the summer. Anyway, poor old charge controller. I might have to one day blow it out with the air compressor, but I'll undo all of these in due course. I think I've got to get a couple of trestles. I've got a trestle there, and I've got two shitty ones around the other side. We'll work something out. I might have a back of a chair or something, and we'll get some stuff lined up to lift this and try and redo it. But it's, yeah, going to take a bit of a thought process. All these screws can wind out quite easily, and I've actually wound these out part way. We've got electric screwdriver and two cordless drills, so we should be all right with all this, just so long as I slit that with box cutters. We should be good. All these here, that's all bubbles, would you believe? Not actual cracks, they're lines of bubbles, which is just bullshit. Anyway, this one is about 2 years newer, I think. Yeah, and look, bloody perfect. The cell pattern's slightly different on this one. Oh yes, and something else I should point out. Yes, couldn't make this shit up, could you? Oh, the shit that happens.